So, let me start with I suppose, a philosophical, a porridgey philosophical question. Anton, I'm gonna start with you because you're a bright young whippersnapper. Tell me, if you have a bowl of cereal, so let's say it's a Nesquik, for example, a bowl of Nesquik. Do you agree that it is a type of soup? If yes, why do you think so? If not, why not?
It depends, I believe. It depends how much liquid would I use. For example, if it was mostly liquids, I might call it soup.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Victoria, do you agree? Is cereal a type of soup?
I don't know. I think it is not a soup. It is a snack. It is a snack.
Explain why it's not a soup.
Because soup is needed to be boiled.
Really? I just had some makroshka yesterday. That wasn't boiled.
but before made this dish, you need to boil some ingredients.
Okay.
For example, potato eggs.
Okay, I made it without potatoes and without eggs. It's still soup.
It is not a kroshka.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fair enough. Let's call it like you know, pseudo akroshka, fake akroshka. But you take my point. You can still call that a soup, even if there's all raw ingredients. Yes.
Yes, maybe.
So
I don't know.
Let's see what makes a soup a soup. It needs to be liquid. I think
a lot of ingredients, maybe not one ingredient like cereal and milk. Only two ingredients. I think when we make soup, we need more ingredients to prepare.
For example, tomato. That's the ingredient for tomato soup.
It's not typical Russian soup.
I agree with Mike that it's a deep philosophical question. Maybe for lots of Russian soup, it may be something which we eat during dinner or during lunch, and it's not about. So cereal with milk. For us. It's a kind of dessert, but not soup. But soup, it's a very how to say, very good maybe dish.
I know what you're trying to say. It's a staple. It's a staple. About food, the phrase staple means it's really common. It's a cornerstone. It's a really key part of the diet, be that the national diet or your personal diet. So you can say, yeah, soup is a staple in Russian household cooking. But Igor, I know people who sometimes can have borscht for breakfast.
But yeah, why not? Sometimes I eat borscht as well for my breakfast. Why not? But maybe, and as well, I know some kind of soup which maybe consists only from one or two ingredients as well, like maybe like maybe an onion soup or maybe pumpkin soup maybe.
I love pumpkin soup. Yeah.
Yeah, for example, but I agree with Victoria that for all Russian soup, it's something like it's a kind of our mentality. It's a kind of our philosophical.
Don't say the M word in this class, Igor. You know what I think about that word. we have to do, as Anton Chekhov said, there is no such thing as national science. What is national is not science, and what is science is not national. So we're going to discuss this. This is an international. We are the International Porridge Committee right here, Igor. So let's go back to Anton. Have you had any philosophical breakthroughs? Yeah. So Anton, you maintain that cereal is a type of soup.
As I said, it depends. Basically, how much liquid did you use?
Well, I mean, I think there's going to be more liquid than solid. So just a normal, but like how a normal person eats a bowl of Nesquik.
In that case, you might call it soup.
Okay.
I believe it's all up, you know, it's all about texture, basically. The consistency of your meal. If it's more like puree, so it's basically smashed potato stuff like that. It's very close to porridge, you know, by its texture itself. So
if I made a really milky, by the way, how do we say, we don't call it potato puree, what's it called in English, do we know?
Mash.
Mashed, yeah. So if I made my mashed potato really milky, just unbelievably milky, how liquid does it need to be before it becomes potato soup?
51% liquid.
51, yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, so it needs to be more liquid than not liquid, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah.
Understood.
Mike.
Oh.
Why is it so interesting for you to know is cereal with milk soup or no?
It's part of it's my life mission.
Okay.
Purpose in life. It's a divine quest given to me by God to find out from as many people as possible whether cereal is a type of soup or not. Also, it's a kind of jokey question that comes from something called set theory. Set theory is a branch of mathematics which examines this. For example, you can have the same question about is it a salad? So you could say that the cereal inside is the main ingredient, and the milk that you put on top is like a kind of dressing. Do we know dressing? You know what that means?
Yep.
Cool. So when you put mayonnaise or you put olive oil and vinegar on a salad, that's your dressing. So I'll go back to Victoria, who's being driven insane by this conversation. I doubt that she's a fan of it. What do you think? Is cereal a type of salad if it's not a soup?
No, cereal is a cereal.
Okay, explain your logic. Why is it not a salad?
Because it is a cereal.
Okay, well, let's think about what makes a salad a salad. So first of all, a salad needs to contain some kind of plant-based ingredient. Do we agree about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so because it doesn't have to be vegetables, because you have a fruit salad, for example. So it doesn't have to be vegetables. So we need some plant-based ingredient, which we have. Nesquik is made from what's it made from? Corn, I guess. And we need some sort of dressing, maybe. Maybe it's to do with randomness and how mixed the ingredients are. Don't you think? Because if I just had some chopped apples, that's not a fruit salad. But I have some chopped apples and some bananas and some kiwis and all that stuff, then that's a fruit salad.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it's not only about number of ingredients, it's mixing as well, right? Because if I just had a pile of chopped apples, a pile of chopped kiwis, chopped bananas, 1, 2, 3, that's not a salad. But it's the same ingredients, but in a different order. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Well, I don't know. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to pose this question to the people on the campfire page and see what they think. And see, yeah, is cereal a type of soup, a type of salad, or maybe something completely different? I guess we'll find out. Only time will tell.